Big Show is a legend in this business. In 2024, he's pretty much done everything. World champion, check. WWE champion, check. Main event WrestleMania, check. These accolades though are only a bit of what he's done. And yet, I get the feeling he's pretty freaking underrated. Big Show was a son of Andre, for crying out loud. Not really, but similar. Let's start off with why I believe Big Show to be so underrated. Hey, it's in the name. The reason I believe Big Show to be underrated is because, well, he's a giant. In WWE, there are special attractions. Bastion Booger, Brock Lesnar, and Big Show. Brock Lesnar was a legitimate combat athlete, which put him in the WWE Championship run pretty much anytime. Bastion Booger, well, that was a comedic special attraction, which was probably meant to gross people out. Big Show, Giants, and others are sometimes made to be a big babyface or someone who is always a threat to the title, but is never really the main focal point. They usually are the guy in the way. For example, John Cena won his first title versus a Big Show. Giants are larger than life. That is why overcoming them can take a superstar to that next level. What about Big Show, aka Paul White, as a talent? First, let's look at his WCW run. Keep in mind, this is in the middle of the NWO. The Hulk Hogan black and white era is in full swing. 1995 was exactly the time of the Big Show's debut. Shortly after, he won the WCW's biggest prize. But his dad was a former giant of wrestling, at least in story. This would go on to be a comparison for the entirety of his career. Now, when he was wearing the singlet, it's like,
yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
But if I didn't know they weren't related, I would be inclined to believe that this was in fact his son. So it's smart that WCW did this. Imagine how many people around the world saw this and were like, man, Andre's son is a wrestler. What kind of big hero is gonna take him down? The Big Show would have a monster truck and use that to run over Hulk's bike, and in the grand scheme of things, had a lot of other moments and a pretty entertaining run in WCW. He would eventually, like any great wrestler at some point in WCW, would join the NWO. He would also capture the WCW championship at the time from Ric Flair. This is the cool part of being a giant. Although they usually do not end up being the focal point, they can be world champion. The next big company Big Show worked that was the WWF, now the WWE, but you guys know that already. Big Show was brought in 1999. His name though was Paul White. This wouldn't last long. See, at the time, Stone Cold was doing something called transcending the business or something along those lines. I don't know. He, along with the WWE, were absolutely transcending the landscape, and WCW were their rivals at the time. Paul White, or the Big Show, was going to debut in the rise of the Stone Cold boom period. Besides, right now, what better time? Paul White was instructed to break through the bottom of the ring and started taking out Stone Cold Steve Austin. He tossed him, and Stone Cold broke the cage and ended up winning the match. This was the introduction to Paul White. On the next on-screen appearance, The Rock came out after Mick Foley. Then the Big Show was supposed to be facing his partner, but they really just set up Mankind up for the beatdown. To which the only thing I have to say is Mick. He had some matches with the top guys in WWF at times, and even drank beers with Stone Cold after pulling down the WWE's Titantron. Eventually, Big Show would even main event WrestleMania in the year 2000, which was only a little over 1 year into his debut. In 2000, we also had wait, hold on guys. My paper says Babowski. Oh, in the later years, Big Show would do a lot of his best work, specifically in 2002 when he faced Brock Lesnar. The Big Show would throw Undertaker off the stage after Brock Lesnar beat him, but Brock Lesnar would also get manhandled. This is also one of the perks of being a giant in pro wrestling. The fact that Big Show can do comedy things like the big here it is again, Babowski, and then also be inserted into the main event and be taken seriously. The build up to Survivor Series in November 2002 consisted on if Brock could beat the Big Show. Spoiler alert, he did, but 12 years later. Anyway, the Big Show was on his heel stuff here. This was legit probably the best run of the Big Show in WWE, or honestly in general at this point. He looked like a monster. At Survivor Series, he would actually get the job done too and beat Brock for the WWE Championship, which the atmosphere for this show was chef's kiss. This show was euphoric. Michael Cole in 2002, my boy's been doing this for a minute, but he said the title looked small on Big Show, and he's not wrong. Later on, Kurt Angle won the WWE Championship. This rivalry would not end between the Big Show and Brock Lesnar, as the following year it renewed. The WWE Champion was once again Brock Lesnar. So we all know Rey Mysterio, right? Hall of Famer, the best masked man, and the anecdote, the Giants. Well, Big Show did this spot around this time. This, you guys have probably seen, is one of the most watched encounters between the two. The boys in the locker room weren't having it. Brock challenged Big Show at Judgment Day, and the attack was the main reason why. Okay guys, as I'm typing the script, I'm realizing the Big Show has had so many moments throughout his career, and I want this to be a long video, not that long to the point that it's like so much. Big Show would start one of his best rivalries later on this year. He would against John Cena. Now it is stated by John Cena that Big Show was actually one of the first people to see something in him and even advocated for him. The two had a rap battle on SmackDown, and I believe this was their first interaction. The two went against each other other at the annual tribute to the troops. Later on, like literally less than a month later, Cena won. Stone Cold came out though and stunned our homie John, which by the way, he is retiring. Woo! Yes, absolutely amazing career. Guys, if you're wondering why I sound so excited, it's not because I want Cena to retire. It's because he said he was gonna approach it with an upbeat attitude. So I figured we should do a celebration as the Big Show and John Cena closed 2003 with the rap battle and match below their belt. This rivalry got spicy in 2004 when Big Show was the current US champ. The Big Show won the title from Eddie Guerrero. After the Big Show got John eliminated from the Rumble, this started the build-up and Cena challenged for the title on an episode of SmackDown, WrestleMania 20. This is where the allure of a giant in pro wrestling really shines. The two were going against each other, and I've heard wrestlers talk about the idea of working like a big man, and this is what was happening. Big Show was showing off his strength and power, but John Cena was fighting back. Eventually, he got the Big Show up for a huge larger-than-life attitude adjustment. He kicked out and was still in it. But John used to steal chain and hit another. The Big Show always helping make moments is probably one of the reasons he's been around for so long and why he is great. For the upcoming year, Cena and Big Show were huge rivals. They often fought, threw each other through things, slammed each other with their money in the bank, and then won it by smashing that person's head in and insulted each other. And through it all, we're friends. This makes me happy. Yes, it does. But you know, not as happy as this reaction is gonna be. Because you guys know John Cena is retiring. Woo! Come on, John, we love you and you are amazing. Okay, guys, there are two Kurt Angle moments that happened this year, but we're only going to talk about one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yeesh. Big Show tried to end Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was in his running SmackDown run, and he also was poking Big Show, getting him angry, all while trying to defend Tori Wilson from Big Show throwing her off. And well, Kurt was thrown off the balcony. Alright, and the clip on YouTube was something. There's a 35-second clip. Anyway, Big Show in 2006 was part of a triple threat where it featured Booker T and John Cena. They all faced each other to see who was the best, and Booker T won. But Big Show really had a moment, and his career started heating up in 2007. This is how Big Show got sent away in 2007. He was off WWE TV for a while. This turned out to seemingly be a blessing in disguise, though, as I'm about to give you guys, even the hardcore fans, something interesting. Big Show wrestled Hulk Hogan in Memphis. Remember all the way back at the beginning of this video when I mentioned the comparisons to Andre? This all came full circle. On April 27, 2007, these two faced off in Memphis wrestling, and it was televised as Big Show put him in a bear hug, and Hogan slowly fought the adversity and hulked up. He eventually picked up momentum and hit him with a chair. He didn't get disqualified and slammed Big Show. Say what you want about Hulk Hogan, but man, he wasn't an active wrestler at this time, and still towards the end of his career picked him up. That's impressive. You know what else is gonna be impressive? Woo! John Cena's final run. You already know. The Big Show in 2008 has one glaring highlight. The main thing I want to talk about this year is rightfully so his WrestleMania moment. So Rey Mysterio was once again getting attacked by Big Show, and instead of Brock Lesnar, we got Floyd Money Mayweather. As he was sitting front row, he jumped and defended Rey. Big Show was so ready, he even got on his knees. He did this and paid the price. After this, Big Show and Floyd were set to go against each other at WrestleMania. It was a classic story of David versus Goliath. The match was something special in the sense that everyone got involved. Floyd's team paid the price and got dragged by him. This was also cool because Floyd was an outsider, and he was really never really vulnerable to the extent he is here. Big Show hit a chop, and Floyd used brass knucks to win. This has 16 million views on YouTube. This clearly worked. In total so far in this video, Big Show is everywhere. Last, well, almost last, but not least, I got a joke cooking in my mind. I want to talk about Big Show versus Sheamus, and Big Show versus Mark Henry. In my opinion, Big Show's the best rivals, and the coolest part is they were in the same time period, 2011 and 2012. Starting with Mark Henry. Mark Henry was in his world championship run for most of the feud. He won the title after years of not getting that accolade. With this came a lot of battles with other superstars. The Big Show was a guy that was pretty much the hero in this, as he was a match. They absolutely destroyed each other. In 2011, the Big Show was hitting his stride. Then with Sheamus, the wars here were absolutely wild. The two faced each other multiple times and are arguably in the running as the best rivalry of 2012. Sheamus was running off hot from the 18-second world title win he earned at WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan fans, including me, it's okay. It turned out for the better 2 years later. Big Show by this point was 13 years into his WWE career. The two roasted each other throughout this whole thing, and Sheamus was a certified, verified babyface. Like before this, he was that main event heel that took on John Cena, but 2 years into his career, his babyface main event run was in full effect. The two were mainly fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship, and also because they brought out the best in each other. The two faced off at Hell in a Cell, TLC, Survivor Series, Raw, SmackDown. That was in 2013 though. These guys fought everywhere. But in the matches that happened that we're going to talk about, which include TLC, Hell in a Cell, and Survivor Series, these were brutal. The physicality in these matches were next level. Sheamus was hitting bang after bang after bang after bang. They also competed in a punching bag competition to see which finisher was stronger. The former boxer, Big Show, won. They also competed in a debate all around. This feud was super entertaining. Guys, the video is about to be over, and let me tell you, this was fun. Big Show is a legend. Like, I could probably make a part 2. There is so much to talk about if I wanted to, and if you guys wanted to see it. This dude, technically in a way, main event and WrestleMania with Drew McIntyre. Enjoy, guys. Like, do anything on my channel popping. Peace.